Natália Basilio lives in Gama at Brasília. She is a student of Libras Portuguese as a second language at UNB, Brasília University. Hello, how are you? I'm Natália and this is my sign. I'm a deafblind person. I'm 24 years old. I study Libras Portuguese. Now I'm attending the 5th semester at the Brasília University. Today I will tell you a little of my story. I was born with deep deafness and the years went by. I lost my eyesight when I was about 3 to 4 years old. I went to a doctor. He started investigating, asked for several tests, became to the diagnosis and said my vision problem was actually retinitis pigmentosa. My field of vision is this, so due to my vision problem, I need to wear glasses, and the glasses help me to see better. I had trouble studying at my first school because it was an inclusive school, and my teacher only taught in Portuguese. She taught me word by word, and I copied each letter on my notebook, and the communication was only in Portuguese. Because the teacher didn't know Libras, and sometimes I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand what was being taught. There was no communication. When I was way to 9 years old, I was transferred to another school. The teacher taught me in Libras. I had an interpreter. There were deaf people, and I learned Libras in Portuguese. The teacher taught all the deaf. We learned Libras and we understood some words in Portuguese. We were building, learning, and then I developed more. Both in elementary, high school, I had a trouble seeing what teachers wrote on the board. Sometimes it was the chalking that was weak. Other times the writing was too small. I couldn't copy the content on the notebook. Was too complicated because my notebook was too messy. It taked content and I couldn't keep up with the learning. I learned a little bit of each subject. In this school, it lacked adaptation. It lacked the words to be writing. In bigger size, there was no accessibility, and so I had a lot of difficulty inside the classroom. There was no appropriate light. They were dark rooms and made my vision very difficult. At 17, I went to the ophthalmologist and took more tests, and then I was diagnosed with Usher syndrome. My vision problem is actually a disease where my vision gets blurred and it is like I have clothed in front of me. Imagine clothes is very difficult and very complicated. That's Usher syndrome. I passed to the university to the veterinary course. I was very happy, but in my first semester, I gave up. I was very sad, anguished, disappointed, and I suffered a lot because in this college I lacked adaptation. Regarding to the letters and the words lacked accessibility in the sizes of words, there was an interpret for all subjects. I looked for another course. I passed in the vestibular to another course in Portuguese Libras. With Portuguese in the second modality at UNB College has improved a little, but still need to adapt the books. Of all disciplines, but even with all the difficulties, I worked very hard and studied a lot and passed in all subjects. In the future, I want to graduate and I will be a teacher, and I really want to teach the deaf-blind. Listen, I want to teach everyone. Bye. Credits. Translation in Libras. Brazilian Sign Language by Miriam Freitas. Subtitles by Franciele Freitas. Subtitle by Débora de Magalhães. Subtitle review by Laura Ancilotto. Dubbing by Josiane Maquieira. Edition by Fernanda Falkowski and Renan Antonello.